Welcome back, everyone, to Little Roadie Wargaming for another impromptu campaign game of Sharp Practice. Okay, so here we are in a slightly different recording area. Our normal one is undergoing a little bit of renovations for energy efficiency. But today is a very loosely based attack and defend scenario. The British are controlling this vital bridge here, and the French simply need to destroy it to prevent any British reinforcing troops from joining the Battle of the Pyrenees. The French also have an additional objective. It's an optional objective, and if they are able to complete it, they will get a free level 1 leader in the culminating Battle of the Pyrenees, and that is they must rescue Sergeant Morel from the British camp, which is in that far corner there. In order to rescue Sergeant Morel, they need to first get to him and then either get him back across the river or more than 24 inches away from an enemy model by the end of the game. Now, in order for the French to destroy the bridge, they need a task roll of 11. And they do have some things that can make that a little bit easier. The French deployment point will be right here on this road, whereas the British will be starting in their camp at the far corner of the table. The British also have some reinforcements that could come in later on in the game, and if they do, they will come in either on the road on a roll of 1, 2, or 3, on this corner here on a 4, on the far corner on a 5, or if you roll a 6, they will be coming on right over there through that open field. Now to go over a little bit of terrain, we have one of the main features here is the road. That will add the extra d6 for any units in column that are on it. We also have this very shallow river that is impassable except for 2 areas. There is a very narrow section here, and on the other end by the grove of trees, there is another narrow section. This will count as really heavy going terrain, but is fordable. The groups of trees, which we only really have 2 here today, will be rough ground, light cover, but also line of sight obstructing if within 4 inches. All the other kind of light brush will be our usual light cover. And finally, one more thing to touch on for the bridge is if you are on the bridge and have these heavy stone sections between you and the firer, it will count as hard cover. Now let's take a look at the forces for this battle. And one more thing to discuss about that British camp is it will also be rough ground, but count as a resupply point for the British if they should need it. So here we have the British KGL force. It is led by Red Leader 1, Captain Schulman. He is assisted by Leader 2, Sergeant Klosterman, and they are with 4 groups of KGL Lights in line. So these, we are treating them as the light company in line, but they have the rule good shots. Next we have Red Leader 3, and that is Lieutenant Steinberg. He is a level 2 with a group of KGL Light Musket Arm Skirmishers. And we have Red Leader 4. It is a level 1 Sergeant Nadler with another group of KGL Light Skirmishers with muskets. And then we have Red Leader 5. It is Sergeant Strasberg with a group of rifle-armed KGL skirmishers, and I have used some of my force supports to increase him to a level 2. And then finally, should we play all 4 of the flags that are in the deck for the British, we can bring on Red Leader 6, that is level 1 Sergeant Liederman, with his group of KGL Light Dragoons. Now for the remainder of the force support, British are going to be taking a breastwork as well as a holy man, a physic, and a musician. And here we have the French force. It is led by Blue Leader 1. He is level 3. It is Capitaine Remy. He is assisted by a Blue 2, a level 1 Sergeant Lavoy. They are leading 4 groups of the 1813, 1814 Fusiliers. Then we have Blue Leader 3. It is Le Sharp. And he has 2 groups of Voltigeurs skirmishers of the same year. All French troops are the same year. Then we have Blue 4 as a level 1 Sergeant Toussaint with another group of Voltigeur skirmishers. Then moving over to Blue Leader 5 is a level 2 Sergeant Lagarde with 2 groups of Grenadiers. Then Leader 6 is a level 1 Sergeant Dupont with a medium cannon. It was a light cannon, but we have upgraded it with force support to a medium. And then Blue Leader 7 is a level 1 Sergeant Moreau, and he is leading the group of French engineers that are tasked with blowing the bridge. Now, the engineers are aggressive, and they will blow the bridge on a task roll of 11, but because they're engineers, they're re-rolling 1s to do so. Then, with Capitaine Remy, there is the trinity of musician, holy man, and physic. The medium cannons were an addition. These voltigeurs were also an addition, along with their leader. And there is also a French exploring officer. Now there's so much force support here because we rolled a 16 for the attack and defense scenario, and the French were behind by 2 points. So it is a pretty sizable force going against this British garrison. So with the small bit of deployment, we have the breastworks and the KGL rifles right there, and the French exploring officer right over kind of behind these bushes here. So we'll get the first card.
All right.
Red flag. Red 2, that is the sergeant that is attached to the main line. Okay. 3 red flags. Might just bring my cavalry on straight away.
That's 3 in a row.
That's 3 in a row, but nothing has happened.
Sure, you
4
shuffled these?
I shuffled them, you shuffled them. Okay, 4. That is a sergeant with muskets. So Sergeant Nadler and his KGL musket skirmishers just got 9 inches down off of the camp. And next card.
Blue 5.
Blue 5. That is Sergeant Lagarde and the Grenadiers. So Lagarde and his Grenadiers have come in off the exploring officer in column. And next up, we've got
My sergeant?
2, which is sergeant attached to the main group.
Big man.
And there is Capitaine Remy. So Capitaine Remy and Sergeant Lavoy have arrived with their 4 groups of Fusiliers in attack column on the road. And next card is blue flag. So we're at 3 and 3 for flags.
All right. That's your 4th.
And yep, I'm going to use all 4 flags to bring back Sergeant Liederman and his cavalry. Give me a dice to find out where he comes in. So once again, 1, 2, 3 is on the road, 4 is over here, 5's over there. 6 is over there. Really hope it's a 6. It's a 3, so he's coming on the road. Okay, so Sergeant Liederman and his dragoons came on 18 inches from the end of the road. And we have a blue 3, which that is Le Sharp. Lieutenant Bougie and his 2 groups of Voltigeur skirmishers. So Lieutenant Bougie and his men have come in right there behind the shrubbery, and they are firing down at the KGL rifles. So it is 14 dice, needing 5 successes. Two hits. They are in hard cover, and they're actually skirmishing in hard cover. So they don't care about any of that. And so I'll just fire and reload. And next up we have
Red 6.
Red 6, which is...
Just came on, so he can't do it.
Yep, he just came on.
That's my 4th flag.
Oh. Okay.
Alright. Give me a minute.
Okay. So with the 4 flags, Captain Remy is going to be activating again, and his first activation is going to be to have these fire, so it's going to be 12 shots from them.
5s again. A little better.
That's significantly better. What's
5,
that?
6.
6. Oh, jeez. Well, first kill is ignored, but 2 of them are killed. Oh, no. It is Sergeant, and he is, I believe, knocked out. So he's knocked out, and one of them is killed because he's one of the hits. And we got the bad things happen table right behind you.
Alright.
Oh, level 2 leader is rolled a 2.
It's actually not the bad things happen for. Yep. It gave me the wrong paperwork. There we go.
There was in there somewhere. So that is a 2 on a level 2 leader wounded.
Alright. -1.
-1. Okay, so that drops the British down to a 10.
Alright.
And then for his next initiative,
These guys, he's going to snap them in.
okay, snapping them into line.
And then the attack column's going to move up.
Okay, so 2d6. 10 inches. Probably right at the bridge.
Yeah.
Yes, directly at the bridge. So we'll get them moved up and get back with some more cards. Okay, so the attack column has reached the bridge. And next card is Red 5, which I believe is a group of skirmishers.
1, 2, 3.
Yep,
4.
that is... Oh, no, that is the unconscious Strasbourg.
Yep. I guess try and stand back up, right?
Yep, so... No, he does not. Nothing happens. It's unfortunate. And Tiffin. There's no flags. So we will reshuffle and continue on. All right, so first card.
Blue flag. Red 5. Nope.
Nope. He's still unconscious.
Red flag. Blue 4.
Okay, blue 4. I believe that is...
Done.
Yes, Sergeant Nadler. Way over there. So Sergeant Nadler just came running down the hill with a 13-inch move. That is the sergeant attached to the main group. Okay, red flag. Red 3
My boys.
is Bushy.
They're shooting again.
Shooting again, okay. That's 14 shots. in 5s and 6s.
Two, three, four, five.
Okay. And we got hardcover. 1 dead, 1 shock.
You ignore the first dead, don't you?
Yep, but I ignore the first dead for the hardcover. So just 1 shock on Strasbourg.
Alright.
So next up, we got
Blue 5.
5.
Cannon.
5 is the cannon.
Think, right? Nope. 5 is Grenadiers.
5 is the Grenadiers. Okay.
6 is cannon. They'll move up. 10.
Okay. 10-inch move, including any wheeling that they may do.
They're gonna wheel.
Over, starting to get onto the road. Blue flag.
Yep. Engineers.
Yep, 7 is the engineers. So the engineers have arrived behind the main line.
Big man.
The 1.
All right.
I see the draw, per usual, is not going in my favor. What are they doing?
I'm gonna need a minute.
Okay. So without many options and not wanting to go into column and overextend himself across the bridge, he is having just this group, because they're the only ones that have line of sight, fire on them. They're in close range. These infantry do not have first fire. They don't have controlled fire, so they just uncontrollably blast forward with 11 shots. Fire!
I mean, I'll take it. That's great.
Yeah, that is very good for that type of French infantry. And 1 dead is ignored, but that is 3 shock. So that group is getting quite pinned. That brings them up to 4 shock with 5 men and an unconscious leader. Next flag is blue
That is the
6, which is the cannon. This is going poorly for the British today.
You can't see shit.
So the cannon just starts making its way up the hill. And we've got, please be something red.
No, before that, I'm just gonna shoot you again.
Yeah, shall practice. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's another 12 shots.
Three, 6, 9.
Okay. 5s and 6s. 3 hits.
Yep.
Nothing. Okay.
They are unloaded.
Yep. So we'll get the smoke out there. Very smoky. And yes, okay. The red one. The captain is now leading the column of KGL out of the camp. Will they arrive in time? We'll see. Next flag is blue 4, which is, I believe, the last group that you have to bring on, which is the Voltigeurs. So the Voltigeurs are now going for the flank. And could use some, damn, not that, could not use the Tiffin. But I'm the only one with flags, so we'll see what I do. So the only thing I can do is fire 3 shots from this group of riflemen, and I'm going to fire at them. Because, I mean, that's hard cover, but they're a problem. So I have only 3 shots, but column, close range, light infantry, first fire. It's 2s. I hit 3 times.
All right. Since I technically am in cover, we're gonna do 1, 1, and 1.
Okay.
Keep you away from the big man. So starting with the sergeant. Nothing.
Well,
Yeah, it'll give you that one.
Yeah.
These guys. Shock.
And then definitely hard cover for that rear group. Nothing.
All right.
Okay, so we have shock, and nothing. And then we'll shuffle everything up. Okay, they're all shuffled up. Hey, it's...
Cavalry.
Huh. That's a terrible idea. Let me think about this one. So, seeing the column on the road, they just halt and stand by.
So you can only drop 1 level.
Yeah, well, then they'll just canter off to the side. We'll figure out where they end up. So they ended up very zealously cantering over there.
Are we gonna get it? Nope. All right. Red 3.
Red 3 is a group of skirmishers.
Not on the
I
board
think
yet.
the one that's not on the board yet. Okay, so they have come onto the hill over there, making their way towards the bridge.
Pull up 1 shock.
Okay.
Blue flag. Red 1.
Yay, I have activated it more than once in a game. We'll see where they end up. So the column slowly moved 4 inches out, but he commanded the skirmishers into the woods with another command initiative.
All right.
Up we have
6.
the cannon.
Just moving up the hill. I gotta check medium cannon movement rules. I don't remember that.
It's been a little while since we played some sharp practice. So this medium gun rolled 2d6, dropping the lowest, got a 6, and moved up into a great position. And next time it activates, it's going to be really bad for the British. What's the next card, though?
Red flag.
Oh, red flag.
Blue 5.
That is Le Guerre.
I'm gonna use a.
Alright, so they just did an about face and then began wheeling.
Red 4.
Okay, red 4 is that leader there, but they've already moved up.
Blue 4.
Blue 4.
Yeah.
Yep. So these skirmishers right over there. So with a 3d6, they just moved around that brush, headed towards the shallows.
Blue 1
Oh boy. Alright, blue 1.
is going to.
Charge.
No,
Charge onto the bridge.
Probably not.
Damn.
Probably not that. But he's gonna pull shock. Snap these guys into line. With 1 action. And then have both these groups fire at them.
Okay. So that'll be quite a few shots. Alright, so the shooting is going to need 4s. Fire! It's actually some more decent shooting from the
I believe that.
the Fusiliers. Yeah, we'll give it to you. Yeah, hard cover. That is ignored. That is not. And then 2 shock. So another is killed. So that is now up to 6 shock and 5 men, and they will involuntarily withdraw from firing.
Only an inch. They're light infantry.
Yep. So I'll just push back. And a 4, and bad things happen.
Voluntarily withdraws. -1.
Okay, so that brings the British down to 9. Force morale's dropping rather rapidly for what's been going on. Okay.
Nothing.
Sergeant in the main group has nothing to do.
You could split off group.
Okay, and 5, that's the skirmishers that just got hit with fire. So let's see, does the leader stand up? He does not. He's still down.
All right.
Blue flag.
I'm going to spend it to reload my skirmishers.
Okay, start practicing the skirmishers.
Blue flag again.
Okay, that's 2.
7.
Is the engineers. Okay, so the engineers have just moved up behind the main line, getting closer to the bridge.
Red flag.
Okay, red flag. Blue
flag.
flag. 2 in a row.
Is there anything saying I can't shot practice more than once?
I don't believe there is. I just don't think we've done it.
Well, you've moved back an inch, so I'm probably not in range with everybody. So I'm going to not do that.
Okay.
That's 3 in a row.
That's 3 in a row. Last was a...
Movement on the engineers.
Yep, engineers moved. So that's 8, and we'll check that out. So 8 was dress the ranks, which means nothing for them at the moment.
Did you want to do anything with your 3?
No, I'm hoping for that 4th.
Well, there's a 1 in 3 chance right now that this is it. It's not. It's my guys.
Okay, that is bougie.
I am going to have them move their free d6, fire and reload.
Okay. So they're moving up 5 inches. Yeah, we'll get back to the firing. So they just moved down because some of them were still kind of up on this level here. And they also brought themselves back into range of that group of riflemen. And they'll be firing once again, needing 5s and 6s. 3?
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay. And nothing. Okay.
50-50.
Yep.
Whether you get your activation or not.
I do.
There you go.
And I'm going to use that to activate the column again. And we'll see what happens. So that bonus activation, they moved down 10 inches. He also ordered that group to move, and they dropped the walk and moved out of line of sight of the cannon.
All right. Tiffin was next.
Yep, Tiffin was the last card, so we went a full deck on that last turn.
Blue
We
flag.
got blue flag,
Red flag.
a red flag, and the cannon.
Well, I have 2 options of things that are in my direct line of sight.
Yes, not great. Although this is a great vantage point. Very nice shot. But we'll figure out what he's going to do. So it blasts away at the rifles, because it didn't quite have arc on the column. So 12 shots, hitting on...
13, I got level 1.
Right. Okay, and they don't have hard cover anymore. So it's definitely 1 dead, 2 dead,
2 shock.
and 2 shock. Well, let me check to see the leader gets hit. He does not. So that is 2 dead. Bring them up to 8 shock and they break. 8 shock and 3 men. So we'll see where they end up. So they break and they moved 11 inches directly away from the cannon. And we rolled up for the unit breaks, and the British morale has dropped to 8.
We're tied.
Yeah.
All right.
Considering we started at 11, that's not good.
Red flag.
Right?
Different.
Okay. Well, you have... Well, we're even on force morale.
Tell you what, on a 1 to 3, it's me, and a 4 to 6 is you.
Okay. So I will start with the first one, and let me figure that out. So with the first flag, the column has moved down to a position that they should probably start getting in line. And
my first
for
flag,
the French,
the uncontrolled firing line will fire uncontrolled into the column that just moved up, and also the ass of the guys who just ran away.
okay. So being split up quite a bit, but figure out how many dice. So 3 groups firing into a column, so needing 5s and 6s. Fire!
There, so.
It'd be easier to just pull out the...
Yep.
Okay. So we have 3 groups. Do 1, 2, 3.
So since they're in hardcover, it has to go to the 2 column groups.
Yep. Okay, so on the skirmishers, that is a point of shock,
That's right, you keep falling back.
causing them to continue to fall back. We'll figure that out. On this rear column group, there it's a dead, and nothing. And then on the front group, point of shock. So we'll get that marked up. This group of skirmishers moved up 2d6 and firing almost point blank into this column. So it is close range, first fire, light infantry, 2s. And I got 5 hits.
All right.
Split up between 4 sections. So I'm going to definitely put the extra
Okay, on the big man.
to the big man.
So, big man's group.
He's dead. Could be the big man.
Other group in the open.
Nothing. And then 2 groups in hardcover.
The group with the sergeant.
Nothing. And the other one.
Nothing.
Nothing. Is it your big man that's hit? No. Unfortunate.
For you.
Yeah, I was hoping to just snipe him, but oh well. And that's the end of this particular chart, so we'll get everything shuffled up for the next. Okay, next card coming out.
Red
4, which is maybe them? Maybe them. We'll check. So Sergeant Adler and his skirmishers are going to fire once again into this group here, still needing 2. So that's 7 hits split up between 4 groups. I'm definitely going to be putting extra on the ones in the open.
So 2, 2, 2, 1.
Yep.
So starting with the big man again.
So that's another kill. Shock.
And the other group in the open.
Point of shock.
The
First and heavy
I'm
cover.
going to put the one on the sergeant.
Okay, nothing.
So nothing. And then the other 2 far
First on
side.
the end. Point of shock.
And it is the big man.
The big man is hit. He's killed.
I can't physic him to save him, can I?
No. Remy is killed.
All right.
Well, he appears to be dead.
He appears.
Remy will not be taken down so easily, but that is a bad thing happens for a level 3 killed.
Jeez. All right.
And we'll get shock applied. So 1. One for a level 3 kill.
-2.
-2. Farewell, Remy. But we'll get everything marked up and get back with the rest of the cards. Okay, so next card is the Engineers.
All right. They
Interesting
will
positioning.
just move up a little bit. It's like 1d6. And just pop over behind these guys.
All right, they are standing by, but hesitant to get into the middle of a firefight. Fair? They don't fight, they just do things.
Blue 5 is them.
Yes, Sergeant Lagarde.
Going to move up 1d6 and fire.
All right.
So move up 5.
5 inches. I'll show you where they end up. So upon reviewing the rules available for those Grenadiers, they decided not to waste their first controlled fire and have instead presented.
All right.
This card, we get a red flag. All right.
Red 3.
Red 3 is, I believe, the lieutenant over there with some of the skirmishers. So Steinberg just moved up quite a distance to get just behind that creek.
All right.
And next card,
Blue flag.
blue flag. All right,
Blue flag.
flag. It's 2.
Red 6.
Red 6 is Lederman and the cavalry. So at the walk, Lederman just began to turn his troop around.
All right. Red flag.
Okay.
Do anything?
No.
Okay. My sergeant.
Who is the only one in charge of that line at the moment?
He's got a musician now. It's not like he runs away. He just walks over and goes out with them. He's going to try and get them under control.
Okay. Level 1 with a musician.
He does.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to spend 2 flags to give him bonus options. He's going to snap these guys back into line, or back into attack column, rather. And he will.
Give you some time to think about it. So yeah, they're just snapped, and he's only spending 1 flag, and he pulled a point of shock.
All right. Red flag.
Okay. 3 flags. Debating whether or not I should use that to activate Colonel over, or the Captain rather.
A lot of cards in the deck.
Yeah. Nope, keep going.
All right. Blue 4.
Blue 4 is, I believe, these skirmishes over here on the flank.
All right.
We'll see what they do. So they just moved up to the water line.
My big group.
Bushi, who is now the force commander. He's always destined for Le Sharp to be in charge.
It's true. Have him move 2 and see where he's at.
Okay. So they got a pretty good move right up to the water line and are firing forward. Long range, skirmishers, column, reinforce. Pull out these misses. And so we got 7, and it's spread across all.
Yep. So 2 on everybody with a leader attached.
Yep.
And
Okay,
1
so
on the armed unit.
big man just doesn't care. Group behind. Oh, we have 2 dead, but there's no one in that. 1 for the other small group. That is point of shock. And then on the sergeant's group, dead. Is it the sergeant? It is not. Okay, so we'll get that marked up. All right, next card.
He's dead.
Yep, he's dead.
Red 5. Does he wake up or do you just continue to run?
Let's see. Please get up. He does not.
You just run.
So he just runs. We'll figure out how far. 2d6 plus. They continue. We'll figure out where it goes. So with the rough ground, they just cut into those trees there.
Blue flag.
Blue flag.
Cannon reloads.
Cannon. Spends both its actions reloading.
Give me a minute.
Thinking about those 2 flags.
7's gone. 5's gone. 2's gone. I think like all my stuff's gone.
Most of it has, yeah.
I'm gonna spend my 2 flags to shark practice.
Okay. So, voltages, just reload.
Different.
Damn. Alright. I've got 3 flags and I'll figure out what to do with them. So this column here just moved up 2 inches. Yes, everything else had activated. Shuffling it up, and definitely have quite a bit of line forming over here. With some skirmishers out on the far periphery for a little bit of a skirmish battle there in that central area. And then this disaster waiting to happen.
Yep.
Okay, so first card is a blue flag. Then a red flag. Then a red flag.
Random movement.
Random movement event. Okay. 4, and we'll see what that is. Make way for the captain. He is barged down and cannot do anything in his next activation except for stand up and dust himself off. And that could be disastrous for the British.
I'm okay with it. All right, horses.
It's cavalry. Oh, figure that out. And they just moved 9 inches, still at the walk.
Red flag.
Okay, we have a red flag.
Don't know.
No.
My sergeant.
The sergeant.
Full shock.
Okay.
Different.
All right.
Roll
off the first activation.
It's you.
Okay. And I got 3, so I'll figure out what's going on. So with my first card, these skirmishers are going to fire into the grenadiers. They are close range, 4s, skirmishers, 3s. All right, well, that's all 6.
All right.
And it's on 2 groups in the open.
I'm assuming you want 3 on the leader.
It's 2 groups in the open.
All right, so on the leader. 1
dead
kill,
and a
1
shock.
Is it leader?
I hope so.
No. 2 on the other one?
3.
3. Okay. Now
The
1
dead
dead, 2
and
shock.
2 shock.
Fair enough.
Okay. We'll get that marked. So, with their muskets leveled, they fire and then reload. Fire!
Okay.
It's all one group. Hard cover.
Yep. But not ignoring.
Yeah. That's cocked. Okay. So 4 shock. I can work with that. And then I have 2 more flags to figure out what to do. So I forfeited 1 flag because I didn't want to do anything else, but this group just moved out and formed a skirmish screen in front of the column. So we'll get everything shuffled up and get back with more draws. All right, first card was a blue flag. Blue flag. Tiffin. Unfortunate.
Okay.
Have at it.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna move. He's gonna turn a little bit and then fire.
Okay. Well, you have to use both actions to move a cannon.
Do you? Okay,
You do.
fine.
He moves.
He aims directly at all that bullshit. That's
Fair.
1. These guys fire and reload.
Okay. And they're not presented anymore.
They're not.
So they're just close range,
Yep.
needing 4s. So gather up all the dice. So they fire ahead, needing 4s. Fire!
I'll take it.
So that's 2 dead. So they are down to
Check
5
the leader.
men and 4 shock. Yep, it's the leader. It's nuts because they're not skirmishers. And we'll shuffle the cards back up. Better this time.
I thought
Okay, so first card,
red 3.
red 3, is him. Okay. I figure out what to do there. So they're going to maintain the skirmish screen and just fire and reload forward into this group here. So 8 shots, needing 2. It's also the first fire. So that is 7 hits. And I would like any extras to be on the sergeant's group.
Well, I mean, there's just 1 group that receives 1 less.
Yeah, okay.
Who do you want to receive 1 less?
We'll do this one there.
Okay, so sergeant's group. Point of shock. Group behind the sergeant. 2 points of shock. Group in the front. Dead and a shock. And group in the back. Nothing.
Okay, so we'll get that marked.
All right.
Okay, next card.
Red 4.
Red 4 is them. He's going to... I got 4 shock.
You're down 2 guys.
Yeah, we're down 2 guys. He's just going to have to pull a shock. So just pulls a shock. Unfortunately, he's only a level 1.
All right. Tiffin.
Ah, I too can have those turns. Okay, we'll reshuffle. Okay. They're gonna rinse and repeat.
Fair enough.
So may I have 8 dice, please?
8, you said?
Yep.
There you go.
And firing straight ahead.
Okay.
So once again, 7 hits.
Same thing as before?
Yep.
Cool.
Choo.
And 1 in the back.
Yep.
So sergeant.
It's a dead.
1 dead. Is it him? No.
No.
All right. Guys behind him. 2 shock.
One's up front.
2
2
shock.
shock.
And nothing.
Nothing. And we'll get that marked. Next card. Got a red flag. Blue flag. Blue 5, which is Lagarde.
It's going to pull a shock and fire.
Okay.
So
they are firing uncontrolled.
yes, they are. That's okay. Because they get 2 extra shots now. Well, 3 compared to last time. 2 dead guys, no shock to fall.
And firing on
4s.
4s. Fire!
I think I did better when I had less shots.
That's still not.
That was cocked as shit.
Yeah. That's. They've shot better.
2 shock?
Standing straight up.
Yeah, 1 shock.
1 shock. Okay. So it just puts back on the shock that he had taken off. I think this might be a good candidate for a holy man when it comes up. Next card.
Red flag?
Okay.
Do anything?
Nope.
Blue flag?
Flag. It's 2 in a row.
Horse.
Horses. All right. They are just casually walking about in the back, waiting for their moment. Engineers.
Engineers. They're gonna move.
Okay.
5 inches. They're getting to the bridge.
Okay, so they get up to the bridge. So they're now in position to start making their attacks roll the next time. So, yeah, we'll place them in there and get back with the next card. So there they are, getting down there to start planting some explosives. Okay, we have a red flag. All right. It's Tiffin. Okay.
I think we're still tied, so you're first again.
All right. And let's see. They're the only ones, those 2.
Yep.
Okay. Doesn't give me a lot of options because I don't want to do anything with this right now. Certainly don't want to move forward. So I think we're just going to pull them back. So they just move back deeper into the woods so that they can no longer be targeted. And I'm not doing anything with the other flags.
I am.
Yep, I'm sure you are.
So, I'm gonna shoot your skirmish screen with my skirmish screen.
All right. You're just a horde of French voltigeurs.
5s.
Yep. 3.
That was cocked.
4. Okay, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, they're skirmishers. I can.
Oh, yeah, you're just targeting all on them. All right, so they're light cover.
Yep.
Dead is not the lieutenant. We'll just pluck him out of there.
And I need to check the cannon to see whether it can present.
All right, so the cannon's gonna be doing something. Okay, so looking for 3s with the presented cannon. Okay. All right, so where did that come from?
That's part of that.
Okay. So we will split them up. Well, the whole formation. You were firing on them, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 with, I'll put 2 on the skirmish screen.
Makes sense.
So skirmishers, we have a dead. Big man's group, we have a dead. Next one, we have a dead.
Dude.
Cannonball just keeps bouncing. Point of shock. And the sergeant's group, the point of shock. Not great. We'll get that marked. Alright, so first card is the skirmish screen.
Every time.
Yeah, they're always up first. Alright, they're just gonna keep firing. Actually, yeah, they're gonna keep firing forwards.
What do you need? 3, 4 guys. And...
Actually, no, they're gonna 1d6 move first and then fire.
Alright.
So they just shuffled around with the 1d6, staying in front of the column, but they're gonna fire in the engineers. So they have light cover. They are effective range skirmishers. They're down 3s. So that's 4 hits on them.
Alright. 2 dead. And a shock.
Okay. Is it the leader?
No.
It is not. So 2 of them are killed, and there's a point of shock on them. I'll get that marked.
Fucking the sharp is going to pick up the tools.
Yeah.
Chop
Our sharp is going to
himself.
run over there and do it all by himself.
Detaches from the group. He's like, no, it's just me.
Okay, what's the next card?
Alright, red flag.
Red flag.
Big man.
He stands up.
Alright.
And yeah,
Cav.
we'll see where they wander off to. So after much wandering around, they kind of wind up where they started.
It's me.
Okay. 4 is
My group is just going to cross the river.
okay.
I made
With
it
2
inches.
per die.
It's literally just enough to get across.
Your first group anyways. So half are on the other side of the stream. So they got kind of across the stream.
Yep. Progress.
And next card.
Red 4.
4 is them. In the relative safety of the woods, we're just gonna
Go back to 3 shock again.
go back to 3 shock.
God.
Hey! He's gonna pull a shock from this one. Thus getting me another shot if they ever get to fire their weapons.
Alright. That's like... Does he stand up?
Yeah. Does he get up behind you die? Please stand up. Yes!
He does.
He gets up.
But he can't stop them from running away, so here's your other dice.
Rough ground.
Ooh, that's
4,
close.
6. That might take them right to the table edge. We'll see. So they got very, very close to getting off the table.
Alright. Red flag.
Okay, red flag. Keep going.
I'd like to note the discrepancy in cards here.
Get over it. It happens to me. The opposite happens to me all the time. All right.
It's another red flag.
Oh, no.
Alright,
Okay.
I get to do something.
You do. And that is...
Shoot your skirmish screen.
Yep, that's the sharp. I would argue at this point I'm probably getting a little bit of cover.
Sure. You could have light cover.
Oh, thanks. My skirmishers get light cover.
I mean, most of them are covers, so that's not a bad thing. Because they had light cover to begin with.
Okay, so you're looking for
5s, because
5s, yes. Well, you're in long range.
Hold on.
But...
I might shoot your column instead, because then I get to shoot on 4s. Sure, it'll divide up, but yeah, no, fine. I'm shooting the column.
Okay. Shooting the column on 4s.
Yeah. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 2.
That helped a little. Okay, so we got essentially 5 groups. Next one, skirmish, and I'm
Everything has
assuming...
light cover, so you can choose.
Oh. Well, then I'll skip the big man's group. So, skirmishers. There's a dead.
Got one.
It is not the leader. I can just pluck him right out of there.
Big man.
Captain's group.
Shock.
It's a point of shock. Not captain's group.
2 shock.
2 shock. Got to need a shock marker for that. And then
1 on 1.
yeah. So group. Nothing.
Gotta reroll that.
Yeah. Nothing. Okay. So I just need a shock marker. Yeah, we'll get that all marked up. Okay, next up, blue flag.
Alright, I needed that. Blue 6.
Cannon.
Reload. My big man.
Well,
Hey.
your sergeant.
Don't hate.
Your big man already went.
He's gonna pull a point of shock off these guys.
It works. Yeah, that group's up to 4.
This group was 2, but they have 2 dead people. Alright. Another flag.
Okay.
Keep that for now. Yeah. Alright.
That is like it.
They're controlled. Just gonna pull 2 shock.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
I believe we're still tied.
No,
You say
we
damn,
are
it's
not.
like all me.
I'm at 8.
The only
you're at
people
6.
that didn't go. I mean, they're gonna go, but
Yep. Well, you can attempt the task roll on the leaders.
oh, it's the leader.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I have anything that didn't go? No.
I don't think I do either, because it's just the.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, well.
If I'd known that, I would use 3 friggin' flags. All right. Goddamn.
Okay. Well, we will reshuffle. All right. Here's the first card. It's a blue flag. Then another blue flag.
Cannon.
Then the cannon.
Cannon shoots. Presented.
Okay.
At your column.
Figured. It's just looking at all the shock that it currently has and probably will.
All right. So effective range is 5s. Presented is 4s. Columns is 3s.
Yep. Both shots.
Oof.
Six, 7, so 5 groups. 1, 2.
So technically no cover. So,
Yep.
I'll put 1 on the skirmishers and 1 on the big man.
Okay, so skirmishers. 2 points of shock. Big man's group is a point of shock. Then moving backwards, we have nothing. Then we have a point of shock. Then we have a point of shock. All right, so just a bunch of shock. We'll get that marked. Okay, next card is the engineers.
Is he a level 1 or a level 2?
He's a level 1.
All right.
Yeah, it's 1 shock.
So he's going to do a task roll.
Okay.
He use both of his activations to do it.
Okay. So you need 11 to blow up the bridge, re-rolling 1s because they're engineers.
10.
Well, there's 10.
Okay.
I have a feeling the next time they activate, that bridge is going to explode.
Would seem so. Red 6.
Hey, it's the cavalry. I think they might turn around. We'll see. And the cavalry is just doing donuts on the battlefield as they're turning to go back after the skirmishers.
Right. Red flag.
Okay.
My big man. He's very, very big.
It's gone to his head.
He is going to use the Holy Man, since he's special now.
Nope, that would be Bougie.
It's Bougie? Alright, never mind.
Bougie is your big man. He
Right.
just thinks he's a big man.
He's very important. All right?
The lieutenant is now the ranking officer.
He's got the most men. He's clearly the most important. He's got a musician. Fuji doesn't have a musician. So, Fuji was really important. He'd have a musician.
I should make a voltage air musician.
Yeah, so he'll pull a shock on this group. And, I guess... You know what? No, I'll spend the 2 flags. I'll continue to pull extra shock.
Okay.
So he'll take this group down to 1.
It's very motivating, Sergeant.
I told you, he's the big man.
In his mind.
He's clearly a level 3 leader. Red flag.
Okay.
Red flag.
Okay, that's 2.
You want to do anything with 3?
No.
2.
Okay. Damn. Alright. They're gonna fire. They're gonna stay there. Yeah. They're gonna shoot you.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
Okay, but we're down to 3 shots.
You have
Nope,
shock.
we're down to 2 shots. Can check the range.
You did move around a little.
I did. Bruh. One-handed range measurement. Here, grab that end. They're in close range.
3s.
3s.
No, 4s. Because they're not at long range anymore.
No, they're light infantry. So,
That was
2
only if they
hits.
were in cover.
Nope.
Okay.
Just light infantry firing.
Cock. And punch shock. 2 punch shock. No, 1 punch
Fire
shock.
check.
Okay.
So they're up to 2. And we'll shuffle for the next turn as I'm not doing anything else. Okay. First card.
Your sergeant.
Yay! He's gonna, just pull a shock somewhere from his group. He might be biased about those men. Okay.
Blue flag.
Blue flag. Cannon.
Shoots. Didn't I shoot last time?
You did. You should be on.
Reloads.
You reload. Okay. Smoke goes away.
Yeah, that was a thing. Blue flag. Blue 3. Bougie. We'll
Bougie.
attempt to save the day again.
He always does. We were actually off camera talking about Lieutenant Bougie's inevitable promotion to Captain Bougie.
3 groups of voltigeurs.
Yes.
All right.
Get 6 more men for his captaincy.
He's putting everything into your skirmishers.
Okay.
They're annoying. They keep shooting my engineers. I hit them on 5s, I
4s.
think.
5,
4s?
yeah, 5s, because you're outside of 12. So that's
2
2
hits.
hits.
Yep.
But watch, I always roll hot on these casualties.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can kill one.
you get a dead. Oh, hey, he shot the lieutenant. The lieutenant's dead.
Les Sharp strikes again.
That's the 3rd one in a row.
Was that for your...
Yeah, it's for the bad things happen.
He's what, level 2?
He is.
-1.
-1. Yep, so Capitan Bougie.
We still have higher morale.
Capitan Shop.
All right.
Yeah, so the British are at 7 morale now. The French are at 6.
Okay.
Boom.
I win.
Yeah. Yeah, so the bridge is exploded.
Yep.
It's exploded. Wait, no, they're engineers.
I'm sorry. What was I thinking?
Yeah. It's almost exploded twice over. And I would say that unless they want to try to make a run for Sergeant Morale, I think the main column would probably be it.
I'm going to have to
Our
say
job's
that
done.
getting himself captured was very dishonorable, and he can stay there.
Okay. Sergeant Morale stays in custody, but it looks like the KGL Light will not be joining the Battle of the Pyrenees. So, we're Little Wargaming. Thank you for watching. Help out the channel. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. If you're already subscribed, hit the bell so you get a notification every time we post something new. And our next sharp practice game should be the big culmination of this little mini campaign we've got going on, which will be the Battle of the Pyrenees. So this is also probably going to be our last game of 2022. So if we don't get a vlog or something out before then, hope you all have a great holiday and a even better new year. And thank you for watching this year.